Hello YouTube, welcome to another video by the Geo Scholar. This video is being filmed at the park. This video is being filmed at the park for part 2 about the geography of endemism. Why film here? Why film at this park? You will find out soon enough. Branta canadiensis, Canada goose. This species of bird is the very opposite of endemic. It is the very opposite of endemic. It is the antithesis of endemic. It is not endemic. So why bring this up? I'm going to mention something. The Canada goose, or rather these Canada geese, have a very wide geographic range. You can find them throughout North America, you can find them in New Zealand and parts of Europe. These birds, these are migratory birds. They can fly, they can walk around, and they're very comfortable around water. So wherever there's water, Canada geese will not be too far behind. This is why you can find them down here in the month of January in the state of Georgia. This is why you can find them up in Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, where there are a lot of lakes. This is why you can find them throughout the U.S. You can find them in their wintering range further south of here. It has a diverse geographic range. It is not endemic. I bring this up because one thing about endemism makes a species very sensitive to being endangered or extinct. And one thing about being endangered or being extinct, these geese are not extinct, they are not endangered. You have a situation where these geese can spread themselves out geographically, breed in many different places, and because they can breed in so many different places, it is very, very easy for them to be found in different places. They can reproduce in large numbers. These are migratory birds, so you don't have the same problems that you would have with a species that's endemic to a certain place. One very famous example of endemism and vulnerability to extinction is the dodo bird. The dodo bird is extinct, but it was native to the island of Mauritius. That's an island east of Madagascar. And the thing about Mauritius, this small island, this was the only place in the world where you could find the dodo bird. And the reason that was the only place where you could, it's this island, and dodo bird can't really fly, so dodo bird is going to be endemic. It's going to be endemic to the island of Mauritius. And for that reason, it was very susceptible to endangerment and extinction. You had the situation of destruction of habitat, the introduction of invasive species, and you had hunting. So you had 3 different elements. With the onslaught of those 3 different elements, you had the situation where you basically, the dodo didn't have a chance. It went extinct. And that is part 2 of the geography of endemism. You have a bird like the dodo, which had a very limited geographic range. It couldn't really go anywhere. And so the introduction of invasive species, hunting, and the destruction of the habitat of the dodo bird led to its extinction. Whereas you have these Canada geese right here, which can pretty much go to a lot of places. It's a very well-traveled bird. It is a place that can breed in many, it's a bird that can breed in many places, and for that reason it's very comfortable in many areas. Very comfortable around water. It can live in a wide range of habitats. You know, one important thing about the Canada goose, water. And it can be found in many different areas. So that's probably one part of why the Canada goose is not extinct. It is the very opposite of endemic. Because it's not endemic, you can find it in many places and it's not extinct. That was part 2 of Geography of Endemism. Be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe.